almost 50 feet to the wingspan was incorporated into the center of the wing. This means that the wingspan of the Dream is 290 feet. Apart from the new central section, the wings are identical to those of the AN-124. The AN-225's maximum takeoff weight is more than 25% greater than any previous aircraft. It is 600 metric tons, about 1,300,000 pounds. 250 tons of this is payload. It's 100 tons greater than the payload the AN-124 could carry, and it's about twice as much as the Lockheed C-5 Galaxy. The nose gear has two side-by-side twin-wheel units. They can kneel, allowing the nose to drop close to the ground for loading. The main landing gear each have 7 sets of 2 wheels, 28 wheels in all. This gives such a load-bearing spread that the AN-225, in spite of its immense bulk, can operate from unprepared fields. The front cargo doors of the 225 operate in the same way as the 124, but there is no rear door underneath the fuselage. To compensate, the 225 has the extra flexibility of being able to carry large external loads. The flight deck is almost identical to the AN-124, with accommodation for a crew of 7. The fuselage was lengthened 23 feet by adding 2 additions fore and aft of the wing. Almost all this new length is included in the cargo bay, which is 141 feet long. The AN-225 needs 11,500 feet of runway to take off. With a full internal payload, it has a range of 2,800 miles. It is alone in the world of aviation in size. It dwarfs its antecedent, the AN-124, which in turn dwarfed other large aircraft like the C-5 and the Boeing 747. The Antonov Design Bureau has made extraordinary progress. Oleg Antonov's vision of quality in Soviet transport aircraft began with the modest AN-2 biplane in 1947. Within 40 years, his bureau has designed the world's 2 largest aircraft. With the introduction of the Condor, and 6 years later the Dream, Antonov had dragged the Soviet Union back to the top of the world's producers of large aircraft, a position it had not held since the early 1930s. The appearance of the Dream coincided with perestroika and the beginning of the end for the Soviet Union. The AN-124 and 225 are no longer protected by artificialities of the Soviet economy. They are now fighting with the heavyweights of the capitalist system for a continuing place in world aviation. Whether they make it or not is for history to decide. But at the moment, there is nothing on the aerospace horizon to match the 2 splendid Russian giants.